New cowboy boots. You may have been seeing these on my page the last week or so, but I felt like I needed to do an in-depth, closer look at the boot itself. These are the Our Legacy Consultant boots. And I must admit, these were definitely an impulse purchase. I bought these about 30 seconds after seeing them, but I am very glad I did because I ended up liking them a lot more in person. So let's see a little closer look. This is kind of the detail of them. I am a massive fan of the structure of these boots. So this is kind of what stood out to me about them, just like the more pronounced curve, I should say. I don't know exactly the best way to put it, but I think the detail and the shape of this boot is very good. Now let's just get it out of the way too and say these are definitely pretty expensive. They are $1,000, and are these worth $1,000? Or I should say, it's not if they're worth $1,000, but are there nicer cowboy boots out there for $1,000? Definitely. Real like cowboy boot brand, and I wouldn't say Our Legacy is known for their Western brand. I know they're big. Like someone commented when I said that about the Our Legacy mini Western belt. Yes, they are very well known for that belt, but I wouldn't say the brand is known to be a Western brand. And so these are definitely a designer cowboy boot. I would put them in that category. And I'm not wearing cowboy boots typically like most people would. I'm wearing them with different types of outfits. So this silhouette of the boot looks way better for my type of outfits. And that's why I feel very good about the price of it. Well, I should say I feel really good about it, but I wouldn't have bought a different pair of boots for that price range. Something important to note about these boots is gonna be the sizing. I would say they run slightly small, and that is because the toe box is so narrow on it, so your foot can't actually go very far. They don't run super small. They put it in the reference. I'm between typically a size 43 and 44. These are 44, and I had bought the 43 as well, but they were way too small. Or they weren't too small, they just like crammed my toe at the bottom, so I had to go with the 44. These fit much better. So definitely if you're in between sizes, I would for sure go up. And if you're even a true like 43, I would consider going to a 44 just because how narrow the toe box are. Even if they're not that small, they're gonna be pretty uncomfortable. And then on the bottom, we do have the Vibram sole, which I'm pretty sure most of Our Legacy's boots use that. And then from the top view, this is what we have. I'm actually a fan that's kind of like a thinner shaft. A lot of my cowboy boots are a little thicker up here, and it kind of gets bulky in pants sometimes, so I'm actually quite a fan of that. I do think they're a very fashionable cowboy boot, and I love the details on these boots. I think they did a very good job. I know a lot of people were kind of hating on these or just think they're overpriced. I don't think you're necessarily wrong. They are kind of steep of a price point, but I think it being worth it is going to be up to the person. Like for me, I definitely find these to be worth the money. Now, I know people are going to say you should have bought a Lucchese cowboy boot for that price or just like a higher quality true cowboy boot maker, but for me, that's not what I want. I wanted a more fashionable cowboy boot because that's the type of outfits I wear, and I just love the silhouette of this. So for me, these boots were definitely worth it. Now I can see for someone else, they might not be worth the price. Maybe just a standard pair of Tacovas is going to be much better, and maybe they're even better quality than these, but that's not the point for me. I'm going to get my wear out of these. I know I'm going to love how they look with my outfits, so for me, it was worth spending the money.